Hello Gemini, welcome to Vidya's Prophecy Tarot. This is the Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. It's a general reading. It may not resonate with everyone. Please check your other placements if it doesn't resonate. And if it does resonate, do let me know in the comments. And, please hit that like button. Please do consider subscribing if you haven't already. Okay, so let's get started. Gemini, what's the message? Ooh, that one flew out. Okay, I'll take that. Before the gathering, celebration, anticipation, event. And we've got Ragnarok, which is all about an ending. Okay. Gosh. Okay. Let's see. What is the message for Gemini? Message for Gemini. There's a message here for Gemini. Okay, serendipity and the we've got three. Okay, I've got the hand of fate as the underlying energy. Okay. Oh, yeah. So we've got serendipity here, bright new prospects on the horizon. We've got the wyvern. Your secrets are safe, and we've got the satyr, revelry and indulgence. Ooh. Okay, and we've got the hand of fate. Forces beyond your control intervene. Okay. So there's been an ending here, Gemini, with this Ragnarok, right? Something was destroyed, something is over, something's ended. Maybe it's fated, right? I think it may be fated. Now, this card of Before the Gathering is exactly what it says there: celebration, anticipation, event. It's like, there's an expectation of something happy, right? Perhaps a wedding or an engagement. Something happy with serendipity. It feels like somebody expected a beautiful new time, right? There was a lot of joy associated with this anticipation. But then we've got this, secrets are safe. And revelry and indulgence. Gosh, I think that's what's being kept hidden, to be honest, the revelry and indulgence, okay? That is being kept hidden. Okay. That's being kept hidden. Okay, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on here. Let's see. Let's get these cards out. What is the message here for Gemini? Message for Gemini. Message for Gemini. We've got the Nine of Swords, anxiety. Ace of Wands, okay. Crossed by the Ace of Cups. At the root, we've got the Five of Cups. Recent past, Four of Cups. We've got Death. Yeah, that's a Ragnarok energy. We've got the Emperor. The Tower. The Hanged Man. The Queen of Coins. And the outcome is the Knight of Cups. Yeah, with the Nine of Wands. Okay, so I feel, because we've got death crowning, okay, and the underlying energy of stress, somebody is worried, okay, they're anxious, a situation's over, right? We see that with Ragnarok. And they're worried that their partner perhaps, or the person, with whom they were in that relationship, has got a new interest with this Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups, right? There's a new interest. If there may be a new interest, or this person may be worried that there's a new interest, okay? There's a lot of regret here. This person is filled with regret. Maybe they played a part because, on the Ragnarok card, it says destruction. So it makes me feel like this person may have been responsible for the ending, okay? They may have done something destructive here, something they regret. With the Four of Cups, they may even have rejected you, Gemini, right? They may have rejected you. Bringing this to an end, bringing this connection to an end, it's something that fills them with a lot of worry and stress and regret. Okay, now it's this Emperor energy, okay? I think this is the person who is filled with stress. They know that they've got to do something about this. We've got the Tower here. Now, the tower may already have happened, right? In a way, when they already rejected you, when they ended this connection, but there is possibly another tower on the way, which is this anticipation, you know. Maybe somebody's worried that this emperor will, someone may be worried that this emperor is going to go off and, you know, marry someone else, because the hope and the fear is the queen of coins, which is a spouse. So I do feel with this, before the gathering, that someone's worried this emperor is going to find a spouse, okay? And then that's going to be a tower. Like the endings happen, that's not the tower. The tower is that this person will choose someone else to partner up with. What's hidden here is the hanged man. Yeah, it feels like someone who is worried that this hanged man, the emperor is letting go of them, and who also sees this emperor differently. Okay, maybe they rejected this emperor in the past. They brought this connection to an end, and now they're worried that this person is going to choose a spouse, someone else, because now I feel like this person wants them back. Gosh. And we've got the Knight of Cups, so it seems like this emperor may be on the move, or this person may be thinking of approaching. Okay, could go either way. All right, let's see. So it sounds like someone whose connection is over, they did something destructive to end it, and now the partner's moving on, maybe gonna, marry someone else. Now this person wants to return. Now let's look at the Nine of Swords. Why is that there? Yeah, Lady Wisdom. Why is the Nine of Swords there? And Three of Wisdom. Yeah, they're worried that this, the Lady Wisdom is the High Priestess energy, and that there's a secret, right? That this Emperor is actually wanting to build something solid with somebody else. This person's very anxious. And I think that could be the secrecy that we have here, right? The Emperor's not speaking about this celebratory event, okay? It's being kept secret. With revelry and indulgence, it could speak to a big party, right? Yeah, maybe they're worried that this person will show up. I don't know. Okay, let's see. Let's look at this Ace of Wands. What's up there? Montsegur and Three of Shields. Yeah, see? It's a tower. They're worried about this new spark, new interest, right? With this tower and this deck, it feels, you can see this person's sort of coming under attack. It feels like they feel like, it feels like maybe they feel like they'll be attacked if they, with this Three of Shields, approach this masculine energy and ask for forgiveness or something. It feels like that, like they feel like they'll be attacked. Okay, let's look at the Ace of Cups, Lord of Wisdom, and the Three of Swords. Yeah, they've recognized that there's a third person involved now, okay? Someone else. Yeah, this person has learned something, that there's another person. This Emperor's got a new love, okay? That's what I'm getting. Okay, now let's look at the Five of Cups, World of Shadows, and the World of Light. Oh gosh. Yeah, the Moon and the Sun, This person is keeping everything hidden, okay? There is a lot of regret. There's regret. Now, the Moon energy speaks to deceptions, things that are unknown, right? And the Sun is all about casting light on that. Maybe light, maybe with the Sun, I'm feeling like this person is keeping their regret hidden, okay? I feel it was their idea to end this connection, okay? So they can't, they're too proud to let people know maybe that they regret that. But I think with the Sun, it's being it's being visible to other people. Other people know that this person regrets ending it with this person. Okay, now let's look at the Four of Cups, Ascension, and one more, the Grail Knight. Yes, in the past, this person was dissatisfied. Okay, I feel this is the Chariot and the Hermit. You know, they decided to move on. Maybe. Okay, they decided to move on. They're aware that this connection, they brought this to an end. I feel this is a spouse or ex-spouse of somebody who they left, who's now getting married. That's what it feels like. Let's look at Death. Ace of Cups and Temperance. Yeah, I think this person is worried that it's completely over now, okay, with this masculine energy, because with the Ace of Cups and Temperance, there is a new love, right? And with Temperance, they've recognized that this person is serious about this, okay, it's a serious connection. We see that here, right? With the Ace of Cups, this person has learned something that was hurtful to them. Okay, they've learned that there was a third person. Yeah, let's look at the Emperor. What's the Emperor there? The Emperor with the Nine of Swords. Yeah, they're worried about this person. Okay, all the worry is about, and we've got the Four of Wisdom, which is kind of typically a card of holding on. So I think this person whose energy this is, they're anxious about the Emperor, and they're trying to hold on. Okay, they want to hold on to this person. Yeah, let's look at the Tower here. Ace of Shields and one more. The Five of Shields. I feel like this person who left this Emperor always thought that they could come back, maybe, okay? Maybe they thought this Emperor would always take them back, right? Because they're the ones who left. They're the ones who ended the connection. But they're in for a very rude shock with this Tower, because now the Emperor's got someone else. Okay, suddenly there's competition here. And this person's ego has taken a big blow because, you know, they thought they could swan back and this Emperor would take them back. And then now they find that the Emperor's in love with someone else, got someone else, and is serious about that person, you know. Okay, let's look at the Hanged Man. Lucifer, which is a Hierophant. Squire of Swords. Okay. With the Parfait, the Magician. See, this person is a magician, okay? Yeah, this person's a magician. Masculine, feminine, whatever. But this person likes to, you know, this person thinks that they have the upper hand in their relationship. They don't think this Emperor has the upper hand, okay? It's like it's up to them to leave and then it's up to them to come back, right? But they're anxious now because this Emperor, you know, the situation's changed, right? The Emperor's got someone else. With the Hierophant here, right? And the Squire of Swords. So this person has learned something, okay? That has made them feel differently about their commitment. So it feels like they suddenly don't want this Emperor to go off and marry someone else. That's what I'm getting, okay? Now let's look at the Queen of Coins. Ten of Love and one more. There's a Queen of Coins there for Gemini. Five of Love. See, there's a regret at losing this family life, and they're worried, right, that this Emperor is going to marry someone else, have another partner, and that's it. This person would have lost their chance at a family life with the Emperor. Okay. Now let's look at the Knight of Cups, Eight of Shields, and one more. The Empress. Wow. So, you know, I mean, that's the thing, okay? Yeah, this person is going to feel pushed with this Nine of Shields, right? To make some kind of offering maybe towards the Emperor, okay? Because they can see with this Eight of Shields that there's movement towards an Empress, okay? So I think the person that the Emperor is choosing to be with is the right person for that Emperor. And this person is very manipulative and feels pushed now to come forward, okay? Okay. Yeah, see, we've got Ragnarok, which is about the ending. Underneath that, we've got planning, patience, cooperation, right? And beneath that, we've got the trickster. So I think this person, whose energy this is a trickster. We saw that they were a magician, right? And they like working behind the scenes. And the magician is a very positive energy when you're manifesting from a good place. It's not a, this is more like a magician reversed, right? Like a shadow side trying to manipulate someone, okay? So they're trying to thwart this emperor from moving towards someone else who's their right match. And that's why they feel pushed to come out now with some kind of offer. Okay, that's interesting. So let's have a look. So there's three people, Gemini. You could be the emperor, you could be the empress that this emperor is moving towards, or you could be the magician, okay? So, it's going to resonate differently for all of you. Let's look at this Lady Wisdom. Where's Lady Wisdom there? Yeah, Queen of Swords. That's what this, it's this person, the magician energy, right? Who sees the truth of something that is kept hidden. That there's someone else, okay, that this emperor would like to be with. Now, let's look at the Tower here. Six of Wands. See, this person's ego has taken a big blow, This person's ego has taken a ginormous blow because they thought this emperor was always going to be waiting for them. Now, let's look at the Lord of Wisdom. The Page of Pentacles. And the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, they've learned, right, that this emperor's taking a new, starting something new, okay? With justice, a new beginning, right? The emperor's thinking of getting married, right? Now let's look at the moon here. Yeah, Page of Cups reversed. This person is sort of having a tantrum, okay? I'm getting like a tantrum. Gemini, this person's having a tantrum here and it's hidden because I feel this person's got a big ego. So even though they regret the fact that they screwed up and they let this emperor go, they're too proud to show that to other people. So behind the scenes, there's like a tantrum, okay? But everybody knows that people can see that this person does regret letting the other person go, the emperor go, right? But this tantrum is sort of being hidden, Gosh, okay. Let's look at Ascension there. The Knight of Pentacles and Three of Swords. Yeah, they moved on. They hurt their spouse. Okay, that was in the past. Where's the Grail Knight there? Knight of Swords, Five of Cups. And now that they've heard that this Grail Knight, who, is, I think, maybe the Emperor energy, right? Offering his cup. They've heard that. That's sort of filling them with regret, okay, that this person has now got somebody else. And, that this cycle with this emperor is going to close out. That's what I'm getting there. Let's look at this Paramentum. The Hanged Man, the Star. See, the emperor's goal has changed. Okay, the emperor's focus has changed. They no longer are focused on this ex-partner of theirs. Okay, for them it's over. Right, they've got an empress that they're moving towards, and that's something this person can't accept. Okay, let's look at Lucifer here. Ace of Cups. Yeah, Ten of Wands. See, this person is finding it very burdensome that this emperor energy wants to commit to their empress. Let's look at the Squire of Swords. Ten of Swords reversed. Yeah, that it's really the end for them with the Chariot that they're moving on. With the Wheel of Fortune, it is fated. Okay, this ending is fated between this trickster person, Gemini, and you, if you're the Emperor. it's faded, you know. This emperor is meant to move towards their empress. Okay, now let's look at this wyvern. Where's the wyvern there? Nine of Wands. See, I think this Emperor energy is keeping it quiet, right? They've got their guard up against this person because maybe they know that this person is manipulative. You know, this ex-partner of theirs is manipulative. So they've got their guard up and they're not really telling this person any details, you know. They're not telling them anything. They're not letting them know that they plan to move towards this empress, that they're going to propose, whatever. They're keeping this person in the dark. Let's look at the Satyr. Yeah, Seven of Cups. There's confusion, right? This emperor is sowing some confusion about this because they don't want this person maybe showing up, you know, on the day. It's kind of like that person who would show up and, you know, when the minister says, speak now or hold your peace, they might jump up and say something, right? It's like that. This emperor is trying to keep this trickstery ex-partner of theirs at bay. Gosh. Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know who you are, Gemini. Hopefully you're not the trickster, okay? I don't think you'd be watching tarot if you were the trickster. So you're probably this emperor or the empress, and in which case it's fine because it is fated, okay? I do believe it's fated. You're the right counterparts, right? And this is going to go ahead, okay? This person can't stop it. Yeah, that's what I've got. So, yeah, that's your reading, Gemini. Hope you enjoyed it, and do tell me if it resonates, okay? I'd love to hear from you. And as I said, please do hit like, share and subscribe. It helps the channel, and I'll see you next time.